Good day to all of the students who are watching and listening to this video. And for our today's lesson, we will discuss about call flow process in a BPO or in a contact center. And our learning objective: first, define a call flow. Second, enumerate call flow steps. Call center agent. Call center agent is the first person who directly gets in touch with customers and responsible to handle their inquiries. It is very important to have a good call center agents who handle all types of customers across the globe very well and resolve their problems effectively and efficiently. Call: a voice telephony conversation between two parties, one the originator and the other receiver. An electronic interaction between a company and a customer, whether actual or potential, for the purpose of exchanging information. This interaction may be inbound or outbound in nature and includes a traditional voice call, an IVR hit, an interactive web exchange, live text chat, video conferencing, or any other electronic medium. What is a call flow? A call flow is a roadmap to how calls will be handled from the moment they enter the phone system to the end of the call. It is a general guide which representatives use to resolve issues in a call and can be used to handle even the most complex call scenarios and enable great customer care. What is a call flow? Call flow process in a BPO or contact center is a guide designed to help agents on how the call should properly flow to ensure call quality and customer satisfaction. Call center agents are advised to apply all applicable steps and are empowered to create their own personal script. The call flow process could start by one of the following channels. First, a customer calls the contact center. Second, a customer sends an email to the contact center. Third, a customer contacts using the chat screen available on the website. Note: regardless of the channel the customer used in reaching the company, the standard call flow steps are applicable and can be personalized depending on the customer's needs. The client could be calling for one of the following reasons. First, he wants to inquire about a product or a service. Second, he wants to complain about a product or a service. Third, he wishes to appreciate about a service. Basic inbound call flow steps in a contact center. First, open the call. Second, verify the account. Third, identify customer's issue. Fourth, probe. Fifth, provide action or a resolution. 6. Summarize. 7th, offer. And last, close the call. Basic inbound call flow steps in a contact center. First, open the call. The opening of the call is crucial as this often sets the scene for the whole call. It's also the best time for you to build rapport to your customer to get their buy-in. Call opening includes warm and energetic greeting. agent's name, company brand, and asking of customer's emotional state or concern. Example: thank you for calling brand ABC. My name is Jane. How are you today? Good morning. You've reached brand ABC. I'm Jane. How can I help you today? Once the customer responded, it is appropriate to acknowledge and verbalize your willingness to help. Acknowledgement is necessary not only in the opening spiel, but it's applicable all throughout the call. When you acknowledge, the agenda is not about you. It is about allowing the customer to just be heard. Sometimes, that may be all they need to feel better about bad experience with the service. Note: every customer calls, chats, sends email, not simply because they need help. It's the resolution itself that they want. Whenever customer's issue is new to you, don't panic. You'll have time in a later part of the call to research for their issue. Make sure you verbalize your willingness to help to make the customer feel that someone got their back. How does acknowledgement and showing willingness to help sound like? Example: agent: thank you for calling brand ABC. My name is Jane. How are you today? Customer: hi Jane, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How about you? Agent: nice to know. I'm having a good day too. How may I help? Customer: I'm having a problem with my internet service. It's not working for 3 days now. Agent: no worries, I got this. Let me help you fix your internet service today. Note: there are a lot of ways to acknowledge and show your willingness to help. Sometimes you can do both in just one sentence. After a successful opening spiel, you may transition now to the second step of the call flow. Second process: verify the account. An account verification process is a series of security questions that is used to determine: first, to identify of the caller, and second, what actions are allowed to be done on the account. It is also referred as authentication because it relies on information assumed to be known only to the customer. It is also called knowledge-based authentication. It can be likened to a PIN code or password to an email address. Giving the wrong code or password prevents you from accessing your bank account or mailbox. In the same way, a caller who is not able to answer the security questions and therefore fails to verify or authenticate the call is not allowed to gain access to an account, meaning the call center agent on the line is unable to carry out some or all requests due to security restrictions. Why is account verification important? Consider a situation where a caller is able to verify. He or she can request their support agent who is helping him or her to do all sorts of things, including: first, updating on account information; second, canceling of account; third, downgrading or upgrading of plans; fourth, making purchases over the phone; fifth, transferring of account ownership; 7, assuming financial responsibility; 8, making an order; 9, Authorizing a purchase. 10th, activating of a service. Some of the actions have serious consequences, such as binding financial obligation to pay for a purchase or even complete termination of all services. A phone call is a form of a contact does not provide a way for a visual proof of a person's identity. The only thing that is present and that can be heard is the voice. Only through giving the correct answers to the security questions can anyone be entitled to open an account. If the account holder did not request or did not authorize any of that, it is a grave security concern that can erode his or her confidence in a company's ability to take care of his or her information, ruin service experience, and disrupt the business. The verification process is a way to get a verbal signature of an account holder or the caller. Its obvious importance lies with the way it prevents unauthorized access, use, and modification of a customer's account. It protects the interests of account holder as it prohibits anyone from making unauthorized changes to an account. Lastly, it protects and preserves the reputation of the business. No one wants to deal with a company whose records are susceptible to unauthorized access or that allows just anybody to tamper with existing accounts. Moreover, it protects the business from being vulnerable to legal liabilities because of security breaches, which oftentimes would result to fines and penalties that might lead the business to close down. Verification questions. Over the years, as the business processing outsourcing industry matures, the verification questions are becoming standardized. There are many variations across businesses. There are also small differences within the call center organization, but the following information can be used for authentication. Name of the caller. The caller has to provide her or his name. The name must match the record on the account. The account might have only one name, which is the account holder's name, or several such in the case of a family or company. If the given name on the call does not match or is not one of the several registered users, it is often the case that the caller has to provide additional information, such as his or her relationship to the account holder or position in the company. Contact details. The next data to verify is several of the contact and personal details on record. They can be an address, residential, business, or billing address, phone number, or email address. At times, security guidelines would allow verification of details of the account holder, such as birth date, place of birth, mother's maiden name. Account-specific information. Another set of records that be used to authenticate the call are data generated with the account, such as account number, recent invoice amount, invoice number and or corresponding invoice amount, last amount paid, payment details such as last four of credit, debit card or the PayPal, date of the last payment, online account password or username, unique identifiers such as transaction ID, ticket number, payment ID, confirmation code. Access code or PIN. An account PIN can be a 4-digit or more number that company assigns by default to customer at the start of the contract activation, or it could be something that an account holder is asked to make when accessing the online account for the very first time. Sometimes, The access code can be a combination of letters and numbers. It can also be an answer to a challenge question, one whose answer only the account owner knows. An example can be, when did the family adopt their first pet? Example: Agent: May I ask who I'm speaking with? Customer: Sure, my name is John Smith. Agent: To ensure that I'm working on the right account, may I also ask for your home address and your account PIN? Customer: It's 123 Main Street, Los Angeles, California. My PIN is 7929. Agent: Thank you for the account details that you have provided. Note: Once you have successfully verified the account details, don't forget to thank the customer as a courtesy and move to identify customer's issue. Third process, identify customer's issue. Sometimes customers are not able to clearly explain what is wrong, and it's completely normal. They don't know your processes or your jargon. They just know that they had expectations towards your product or services and are disappointed now. Identifying your customers' pain points. Note: It's your job to restore their faith in your company. But first, you need to find out where the problem is. Here are a few questions that can help you troubleshoot. Example: Agent: You have mentioned a while ago that your internet is not working. I wonder if you can describe exactly the problem you're having? Customer: I cannot browse any website using my laptop. Gives me an error message. Internet Explorer cannot display the web page. Agent: When did the problem begin? Customer: It happened just today. And now ask yourself, are all users affected or only one? Is your issue being compounded by a known bug? Is this issue specific to this customer, or have other customers called in about the same issue? Is there another issue that is causing the problem that they are not aware of? Once you have clearly identified the problem, summarize the problem to the customer and get verbal confirmation that they agree that the problem you identified is a problem they called in about. This will make your job much more efficient and will also go a long way to improving the quality of service you provide. Once you have identified the issue and confirmed this with the customer, find out why the problem exists. To accomplish this, you should probe more or ask right questions. Fourth, probe. In telecommunications generally, a probe is an action taken or an object used for a purpose of knowing the exact reason of customers' needs or dissatisfaction. Generally, it is a bunch of questions that are asked in sequence or in order to specify the understanding of customer care associated. Questions used in probing: where, what, who, when, why, and how. With proper probing, you would be able to understand how this customer perceived the problem, try to gain a better understanding of their needs. Ask them what they have already tried to resolve the issue. Check your systems. Ask the other agent if they have fielded calls about the same issue, and analyze your data to see if the problem really exists. Decide whether or not the benefits of solving the problem will be worth the effort that you'll put into solving it. For example, what troubleshooting steps have you done so far? Are all other devices have the same problem? Are there any changes made on the setup? Do you have time for troubleshooting? In asking probing questions, avoid the use of jargon. Some customers are not tech-savvy or familiar to those terms. It's always important to match your customer's profile. In the event that your client is elderly or is not familiar with technical terms, try to explain things in layman's terms. Comparison would also be very helpful. Lastly, in troubleshooting, don't forget to ask relevant questions only. When you fully understand the product and the troubleshooting steps, you would be able to eliminate unnecessary questions, thus saving your time and customer effort. Fifth, action or resolution. Once you have identified a concrete problem, it is time to brainstorm possible solutions. Ensure that you check your tools and other resources. Offer your customers some options. You should walk them through the details of your solution and be open to their feedback. Act on the solution with a sense of urgency. Customers will often respond more positively to your focus on helping them immediately versus than on the solution itself. Example, agent. Based on the line tests that I have checked on my end, the internet signal going to your modem or gateway is stable. We have tested as well your other devices and they are working. Issue may be coming from your laptop itself or with the browser. Is it okay if you will restart your laptop and then retest your internet connectivity? Customer, sure, I'm restarting it now. Agent, thank you. This may take several minutes depending on your laptop. Customer, my laptop has loaded now and it's look like I can browse now. Agent, to ensure everything is working, kindly browse another website like Facebook or search something in Google. Customer, it works. Thank you so much. Note, if you haven't heard about such a problem or you're not sure what to do, apologize briefly and inform that you need to discuss this case with your colleague or supervisor. Try to sound self-confident and don't be afraid to ask the customer to hold on a minute. 6. Summarize. Always recap what has been discussed and agreed. This will allow the customer to confirm that they are fully aware of any arrangement made. Highlight any actions that need to be taken. This helps to make the customer feel assured and satisfied that their needs have been met efficiently. Note: summarize what has transpired in the call and highlight the value of the resolution. After addressing any additional issues, ask the caller if there is anything else that you can help her or him with. For example, agent, you can now browse different websites. There might have been a glitch on your laptop settings that was resolved after we started it, and your internet started working again. Customer, I'm glad that we have it working today. Agent, is there anything else that I can help you with? Customer, that's all for now. Note: remember that in summarizing or recapping, you only highlight the issue. the steps taken to resolve the issue or any agreement that you have had with the customer. You don't have to repeat all other details of the call. 7. Offer. Offer a follow-up to ensure the customer is completely satisfied, especially when you have had to enlist the help of others for the solution delivery. Everything up to this point will be for naught if the customer feels that out of sight is out of mind. Go to the extra mile. Note: problems happen. It's how you honestly acknowledge and handle them which counts with people. Customers will remember you and happily give you another chance to delight them when you choose to correct problems with the very best you can offer, proving you value them and their business. Example: Agent: I'd like to ensure that everything is going to be stable. Is it okay if I'll give you a call back? Customer: That will be great, so I don't have to call back whenever it happens again. Agent: So when is the best time for me to call you back? Customer: I'll monitor it for 48 hours. Can you phone me back on Saturday 2 p.m. on my home phone number? Agent: That works for me. 8. Close the call. Ending the call is just as important as the initial caller greeting, as this is your last opportunity to make sure the caller is completely satisfied with the service they receive, and that they hung up with a positive impression of your company. Note: It's important to thank the caller for calling and provide a brief summary of the outcome of the conversation. Leave the customer with all the information that they will need about you by mentioning your name and company name. Make it easy for them to call back by providing the hotline number and other channels if possible. Then let the customer hang up first. Example: Agent: Before we end this call, again, is there anything else? Customer: I'll just talk to you on Saturday. Agent: If you find you need additional assistance, please call us back at 800-123-4567. Thank you for calling Brand ABC. We appreciate your business with us. Have a great day. Customer: You too. Summary. So for our recap of our lesson for today, the basic inbound call flow steps in a contact center. First, you need to open the call. Second, verify the account. Third, identify customer's issue. Fourth, proof. Fifth, provide action or resolution. 6. Summarize. 7. Offer. And last, close the call.